What's up, you guys, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, like you've never seen any of my videos, you don't even know who I am until today, you never even knew I existed. First of all, thank you for stopping and watching one of my videos. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. If you're into perfume, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells, that way you'll be notified every time I upload a video and you don't miss out. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some fragrances that I think will be really great transitional fragrances. So we are getting ready to transition from summer into fall, and I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know about you guys. I honestly have to say though, I have enjoyed my summer. I didn't do much. I traveled, I want to say once. I went to go see my daughter in Tennessee, and I mean, beyond that, spent a lot of time at my pool. And you know, where I live is a small community, and it's a very old community. Okay, these units were actually built, oh my God, probably in the early 70s, and they are individually owned. So it is up to the owner to like do upgrades and stuff like that. So I don't know who's in charge of upgrading the pool, but I never look at it. It's not a fancy pool, okay? It's not a pool that you're gonna see like in a high rise, but it is a pool. And the first year I was here, I didn't go to the pool at all. This is the first year I've been living here, going on 3 years now. Has it been 3, girl? 1? Yeah, this summer was my first time ever just going out by the pool. No one was hardly there. I pretty much had it to myself. It was always clean and I enjoyed it. So it kind of was what I needed, to be honest with you, because I can sit out there and meditate and soak up some sun, you know, take a few laps in the pool if I wanted to. I really enjoyed it. So usually I am inside during the summer. I'm never outside, okay? So this was a first for me in a long time, okay? I enjoyed it. But with all that being said, I love the fall season. If I had to rank the seasons, I think fall would be my number 1, winter would be my number 2, summer would be my number, well, spring would be my number 3, and summer would be my number 4. But anyway, let's get into the video. I have some fragrances here that I think will transition very well into the fall season. And when I think of a fragrance that is transitional, it still kind of feels a little bit like summer, but it could also feel like fall. I think gourmands, some gourmands make really great summer to fall fragrances. I think Musk can make a great summer to fall fragrance. Some soft, spicy fragrances are great for transitioning as well. First one I want to talk about is from a brand called Monegal. This is called Love Reaction Ibiza. My very first time ever smelling anything from the brand. I want to say they have a popular one called Flamingo. I'll pop up a picture, but this is my first time smelling anything from this brand. I wish they did gift this to me. I wish they would have sent me samples of some of their other fragrances. I probably would have ended up buying, which I don't need to buy anything. But anyway, this fragrance is really pretty, y'all. What I get out of this fragrance is like this very bright citrusy bergamot. I get some woodiness here. I get this cotton candy sweetness. I get caramel. The reason why I feel like this would make a great fragrance to go from summer to fall is because of the woods, number 1. And there is this sweet muskiness going on in the fragrance. Because the caramel and vanilla is here, it almost has a very cozy feel to it. I can see myself wearing this when the temperature drops, not cold enough for a coat, but you know, maybe long sleeves, a sweater or something like that, because the musk here, this creamy sandalwood, is giving this fragrance of woodiness and that cozy cotton candy caramel vanilla thing going on here. This is a really great transitional fragrance. It might be a little bit too sweet for some to wear in the summertime, but it gives both, honestly. A lot of you probably would think this is more of a fall fragrance because it, like I said, it does feel cozy. Now, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on this, get this. These two are the same. I said it in one of my last videos. I still believe that, okay? When I got this one first, actually, in PR, and then I got that one, and I was like, oh my God, there's, look at that. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I get the same vibes. I get this warm, decadent caramel, vanilla, and musk. That is a trend. I don't know if you guys have caught onto the trend. There is a trend of gourmand fragrances that have this musky, like a soft musky vibe going on with them. They both kind of put me in the frame of mind of Bianco Latte, if I'm being honest with you. But this one goes in more of a vanilla cotton candy vibe. I think this one goes more into a sweet, musky, creamy, not over the top creamy, caramel and vanilla. That's how I would put this. But they are both, in my opinion, really great transitional fragrances. So I also have Vanillin Supreme here. This one is from Octavia Morgan. In this fragrance, you have notes of sandalwood, vanilla, cacao, rose, and rum. I don't get a lot of rose out of this fragrance. I think I said that before when I smelled it for the first time with y'all. I don't get a lot of rose here. The rose is so far in the background, and I'm okay with that because I haven't, like, I'm coming around to rose, but not enough for me to just be intentionally going out buying rose fragrances. No. I have to love it a lot if I'm like, oh, I want to pick up this rose. Besides not smelling the rose, I do smell this sweet, creamy, boozy, gourmand-like vibe from this fragrance. It's not an over-the-top gourmand. It's not a sticky gourmand, a clawing gourmand, or anything like that. This is very soft, in my opinion. It almost has a fluffy type of feel to it. Okay, very soft. This is great for layering. Say you have a fragrance that's just too woody or too oudy or too whatever, and you want to kind of tone it down, or you want to make it a little bit sweeter. I think Vanillin Supreme would be great for that. And if you own any of the other Octavia Morgan fragrances, definitely layer with this one, like Midnight Orchard. Oh, if you don't have Midnight Orchard, you should definitely try it. Layer with this. Midnight Orchard is a boozy peach that I just love. But like I said, I think vanillas or any really vanillic gourmand type of scent would really transition well into fall, because when you think of fall, you think, oh, the temperature's dropping, you know, it's not freezing outside, but it may be cold enough for you to put on a sweater, maybe even light the fireplace for a little bit, depending on where you live. So for me, I typically go for those warm, cozy fall fragrances, and gourmands are perfect for that, in my opinion. And I would recommend Crumb Couture by Sniff. This is, baby, I slept on this fragrance. I did. And I'm gonna tell you, the only reason why I have it in my collection now is because they were selling it at Ulta. I don't think if it was not in Ulta, I would have really bought this, because this was hyped up many moons ago, and just through, I don't know. I forgot about it. I forgot about this fragrance. I don't even know. But seeing it in Ulta, oh yeah, I'm so glad I did. This is beautiful. This is another very photorealistic gourmand fragrance. I smell that warm, flaky crescent, okay, in this fragrance, and I smell a beautiful, delicious jammy jam. Okay, I don't even know what kind of jam it is, girl. It's a berry jam. That's all I know. This smells like breakfast food. I swear, every time I smell it, I say that because that's what it reminds me of. The only thing I'm missing is a cup of coffee, honey. Like, that is it. This smells so good. And also, the fall is going to be the perfect time for me to wear this fragrance because I cannot think of any other occasion where I could really just pull this off. Like, I guess I could wear it to work, you know, but people are going to be like, oh, I smell bread, I smell donuts, I smell pancakes, I smell this all day long at work. Okay, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. Okay, but if I'm at home or if I'm like going to brunch or out and about and it's cool outside, I can wear this one. I'm definitely going to wear this one. So Crumb Couture by Sniff is definitely on the list. I need to get this in a full-size bottle because I actually really enjoy it. This is Casino by Brown Girl Jane. This is so good, y'all. Another very photorealistic gourmand type of scent. There are two notes that really stand out to me in this fragrance. That is going to be the vanilla and that coffee note, that espresso note, and the affogato. Okay, so affogato is a dessert coffee. There is also almond cream here. There's a cake note. There's jasmine, rose, rum. This is so good, so delicious. I hate to even spray it on paper because, baby, I am in a place of being frugal right now, and if I ain't gotta spend it, I'm not, okay? So I'm trying to make my little travel size last, honey, okay? And you have to enjoy a coffee note in your fragrance because the espresso note in here is hidden, okay? You cannot miss it. It's almost giving this sweet, creamy, dark roasted coffee note, okay? You cannot miss it. So you have to be a lover of coffee. You have to be, okay? I can't explain it, but this sweet, yummy, what is that, red velvet cake? I don't know what it is. This gets a 10 out of 10 from me. This is full bottle worthy. I think I'm gonna just stop playing around and get me a full-size bottle of this and just call it a day because I want it really bad. I have a lot of coffee fragrances. That's what's kept me from investing in a full-size bottle. But I'm thinking I don't care. I'm thinking I don't care, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get me a full-size bottle. We're gonna talk about Strawberry Letter from Phlur. Ooh, that was a tongue twister. Okay, here's my travel size. I don't have this one in a full-size bottle just yet. This fragrance, you have strawberry, plum, cassis, apple blossom, red poppy, lily, sugar, earthy notes, amber, and tonka bean. The reason why I'm pulling this one out is because this smells like a strawberry jam to me. That amber in this fragrance is very warm. If it wasn't for the amber in this fragrance, I probably would not suggest this as a summer to fall fragrance. The amber is really, it seals the deal because it's warm. Even though that sweet jammy strawberry reminds me of summertime, that amber just takes over and it just feels more cozy. So that's why I included it in this video. Also, the earthy notes, okay? When I think of fall fragrances, I do think of some earthy fragrances, some soft, spicy, warm fragrances. This is it right here. I know y'all don't dig earthy notes. I know y'all don't. Y'all don't like earth. Y'all don't like patchouli. Y'all don't like grass. Y'all don't like petrichor. Y'all don't like cement. I read the comments, honey, and y'all ain't messing with none of that. I understand. But I think you will like this one. This is full bottle worthy. This fragrance I have here is actually a musk. This is from Glossier, and this is Glossier YOU Doux. This does remind me of the original Glossier You, but there's Palo Santo here, and I think more musk. Has that your skin but better smell. You get the musk and you get a beautiful Palo Santo note in here. It's hard for me to describe Palo Santo because it doesn't smell like cedar. It doesn't smell like mahogany. To me, it's quite soft. So if you are someone who doesn't care for loud, woody fragrances, I think Palo Santo is a good option for you because rarely are you going to come across a fragrance that doesn't have some type of woody note in it. So if you have to tolerate a wood, you might as well try Palo Santo. And I'm only speaking to the people that have a hard time with woody fragrances, okay? You know, this is really, when I think about it, this is not it. It's very hard to open. And I dropped it earlier. But anyway, if you guys are not familiar with this fragrance, this is the newest one from Drake. This is called Summer Mink. This one probably was released, 3 months now. It's been out for a while. And I think it's one of those fragrances that either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. For me, it was a love. Okay, some of the notes that really stick out to me in this fragrance is going to be the clary sage, the rose, the musk, and the vetiver. So what I pull here is this beautiful, soft, musky rose. And I get a little bit of some herbal essence here. Not a lot. I like the fact that the sage is toned down in this fragrance because if he had amped it up a notch, it would have been too much, in my opinion. There's petitgrain here too. So there is something a little green going on in this fragrance. The vetiver kind of gives this fragrance something earthy, maybe something a little dry too, but I like it. I think, to me, I know it's Summer Mink, which is a play on words, but and he released it during the summer or right before the summer started. But to be honest with you, this is a fall fragrance. 100%. Next up, I'm going to touch on these fragrances that are warm and boozy with a little fruit and a little soft spice. You don't want to go too heavy on the spice in fall. The first one I want to talk about is Langston. This one is from Harlem Perfume Company, and you have notes like apple, caramel, cinnamon, chocolate. You have orange brandy. You have some orris, and you have some labdanum, of course, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, tonka. This fragrance does put me in the frame of mind of fragrances like Angel Share. It does have that Angel Share DNA. Actually, the next one I'm going to talk about has that Angel Share DNA too. I mean, I do think that DNA is getting dragged. Still, to this day, it is getting dragged, honey. But I love the DNA. I do. I love that. Is just something appealing about that DNA? Probably because it smells like food to me. It smells like warm apple pie. And I say I'm not an apple pie girly, but if it's in my face, I'm probably going to eat it. Let me say this. There is the Sephora release and there is the actual Harlem Perfume Company release. I think the DNA is the same if I'm not mistaken, but this one may be a lighter version, maybe like an eau de toilette or something like that, okay? Because this one was made for Sephora. When I smell this, I get two different pictures in my head. I get this kind of smoky cafe, or I get this lounge cigar bar. That's what it is. people are smoking, you might have your little spirit, whatever you sipping on. Okay, I get that vision. And then I get the vision of me by the fireplace. I actually do have a fireplace. I might light that sucker up this fall, or definitely this winter when it gets cold, probably like in January, but I think I'm gonna light it up. But I picture myself sitting on my sofa in my warm, cozy pajamas, watching TV. You know, I may be drinking some hot chocolate. I may be drinking some tea, whatever. I'm sipping on something warm, whatever it is. The fireplace is lit. Like, those are the visuals I get when I smell this. And again, this is the eau de toilette version, so I think it's a lighter version, so you can wear it in fall. And then I believe the original one is an eau de parfum. That one is probably going to be heavier. So I like this. And this next one I'm talking about has pretty much the same type of DNA. This is Khamrah, the original by Lattafa. I have smelled all of them. I only own the original. I own the Kawa, but I have smelled Dukan. Dukan reminded me a lot of the OG, so I didn't feel the need to pick it up. I do have Kawa because it has a coffee note in it that I really do love. Y'all know I love coffee and fragrances, so that's no secret. But you know, the differences between these two is this one opens up very bright. And I get the vanilla in here. The vanilla is like tickling my nose a little bit. You do get cinnamon and nutmeg in this one. You get bergamot as well. You get praline, tuberose. There's dates here, vanilla, tonka. There's myrrh, benzoin. Smelling this really reminds me of how much I miss this and I need to wear it. It has really sat and preserved itself very well, I may say. This smells like it's ready. Fall without this fragrance would not be fall. I'm telling you, this fragrance smells like fall. It was made for fall. This is liquid Brun, by the way. In this fragrance, you have notes of cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, bergamot. You have some bourbon vanilla. You have elame, which is a resin. All of these resins, they come off smelling very sweet to me, okay? You have praline and broxin, and you have musk, okay? This would not be, I'm telling you, my fall would be incomplete if I don't wear this fragrance. Now, if you're not aware, this is a very, very, very good alternative, great alternative to Parfums de Marly Altair. Okay, this is Liquid Brun by French Avenue. I've not smelled every last alternative to Altair, but this is it. If you smelled Altair, you smell this one. But this one opens up with a zesty bergamot. You get the soft, spicy cardamom, you get the guaiac wood, you get the bourbon vanilla, so it's sweet, it's boozy, it's bright, it's light, airy, okay? It's not heavy. That's why I'm recommending it for a summer to fall. You could wear this right now in the summer because it has a very light feel to it, and it's not heavy enough, in my opinion, to be considered a wintertime fragrance. But you get that sweet praline. So this fragrance does have a gourmand feel to it. I would not classify it as a full-on gourmand fragrance. And you get that woodiness. You have the ambroxan, you have the guaiac wood, and a little bit of musk. You know that trendy thing that's going on when perfumers are adding musk to these gourmand or these somewhat like gourmand fragrances? Yeah, that is going on here too, okay? Which I think makes it a perfect fragrance for the fall. If you cannot find this, I know a lot of people are finding them at Burlington's. If you cannot find this one, you can get this one. Okay, this is by Cottage. This is Vanilla Dunes. They're the same, okay? If you smell this, you smell this. If you smell this, you smelled Altair. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for the fall. I cannot wait until that temperature drop, baby. Honey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, comment down below if you have any of the fragrances. Also, if you're into perfume, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. That way you are notified every time I upload and you don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a pleasant day and I hope you're smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.